Good afternoon, friends. In continuation of our talks, today I shall be talking on instant or immediate gratification. My friends, this instant gratification is a term that refers to the temptation and resulting tendency to forego a future benefit in order to obtain a less rewarding but more immediate benefit. When you have a desire for something pleasurable, be it food, entertainment, or sex, you really think thoughts like my stomach is rumbling and I would love to have the delicious dish, but I would rather wait another hour. My friend, this phenomena uh, is unique to animal kingdom. Is that the newborn, like the newborn comes to know the moment it is born, and once it has its bearing right, which is very quick, that the mother is duty bound to feed it. But it's only in the humans that the child also realizes that if it makes a ruckus, the mother is going to feed it in extra quick time. Having realized that, the child grows up demanding things as if it doesn't get what it wants. It will remember that crying and shouting always is a winner. And when the same child grows up and goes to school and then to college and to work, it carries on doing the same things. Only now it is larger tantrums in the form of strikes, and he succeeds almost every time. And then he tries doing with God, the nature. I want this and I want that. But you see, in God's world, everything is preordained. No amount of crying will help. You can't go on strike against God's establishment. It's best that we understand that what we need here is patience. What God has to do, has to give us, will be given, but in His own sweet time, not when we want it. So unlearn the phenomena of instant gratification and learn the art of patience. There is no need to hit your head against the wall. Often we stress ourselves and others by this behavior. It's a natural human urge to want good things and want them now. It has almost certainly provided an evolutionary advantage for humans and other ancestors. My friends, the flip side of instant gratification is delayed gratification, or the decision to put off satisfying your desire in order to gain an even better reward or benefit in the future. Some particularly salient examples of instant gratification that you can likely spot around you are, or I feel they include all these activities, are the urge to indulge in a high calorie treat instead of a snack that will contribute to good health. The desire to hit snooze instead of getting up early to exercise. The temptation to go out for drinks when with your friends instead of finishing a paper or studying for an exam. The desire to buy a new car that will require a high interest loan instead of waiting until you have the save enough money to buy it without taking a loan. The urge to spend all your time with a new BU instead of working towards the long-term goals. The list is endless. You can think many things. You have probably noticed that at least one or two of these examples I just said, it applies to all of us. Just don't worry. A little instant gratification now and then won't hurt if you find yourself constantly choosing the immediate over the long term. However, you might be struggling with an instant gratification bias. There are some things you can do to get better, or avoiding the temptation to give in to the instant gratification. Like, empathize with your future self before making a decision between instant and delayed gratification. Take a moment to think that about your future mental state. If you opt for instant gratification, how will the future you feel be? Will you will be happy with your decisions the way you are doing it now, or will you be happy if you opt for delayed gratification? Pre-commitment. One of the best ways to protect yourself from the temptation of instant gratification is to make some decisions beforehand. If you can get some of your most important decisions in stone now, you'll be less likely to change your mind or go through the hassles of backtracking and undergoing your preparations when you come face to face with the decision. Break down big goals into small, manageable chunks. Big goals are fun set and can be motivating, but they can also be overwhelming or far off. When you make decisions between instant, easy gratification and delaying gratification in the attempt to meet a big, distant goal, it's hard to stick to a long-term goal. Breaking these goals into smaller pieces with reward with each step makes you more committed and more likely to make the best decisions. My friends, when you give your future self some considerations, make important decisions ahead of time and split your big goals into smaller, I'm suggesting more manageable goals. You will find it is much easier to say no to immediate temptation and enjoy life and become more confident and successful. Thank you.